And at that time, there was no hotter name in the city than maybe one other person. And I think we all can say who that other person was. And I'm not like I'm basing this off facts, by the way. I'm talking about views, likes, and I'm not talking about fake likes, bots and shit like that. I'm talking about real views, real comments. The proof was in the pudding. Like there were some really talented people out here. I got a different situation that I could talk about. I want to talk about I'm gonna transition into this. I want to talk about Lil Hood. Lil Hood was definitely one of those cats that lit the city on fire. I forgot what year. It might have been 2012, 2013, due to one in particular song that I had no idea would just blow up like that. It took somebody that wasn't from the city, right? Because nobody around here was willing to put up the money, but Hood actually had somebody in this corner that had the money. There was a small moment in time where I really felt like things were finna go up. In fact, there was even talks, by then I was living in Florida. There was even small talks that me and Hood would actually buy a verse. We had the Money Man. Would actually buy a verse from none other than Eminem. And at that time, Eminem was still a hot commodity. No questions asked. I'm not even gonna debate that. Proof was in the pudding. There was this one song that Eminem liked, happened to be, I had a small part in that song. I engineered it. I did my thing on that. Hood had a song, but I really turned it into a song. Like the way I formatted it, the way I engineered it was crazy. I must have spent it was crazy, right? But the song, reason why Eminem ended up liking the song and why he really wanted to be on the song was because Hood, the song was about his daughter, something like that. Everybody knows Eminem also has a daughter, and Eminem wanted to hop on it or whatnot, but it wasn't the type of heartfelt type of song. It was just one of them type of songs that was just really catchy. It was heavily engineered, you could tell. It wasn't just him just rapping on the song. Like we did so much special effects, and it was super dope. It was just super creative. Like the perfect song that Eminem would fucking be on. It wasn't necessarily about his daughter, but he mentions his daughter, Hood did. And Eminem loved it, right? We never actually got a chance to meet him, but when we showed him the catalog, he was like, this is the song I want to hop on. He loved it. What Eminem wanted, he normally had charged at the time $100,000, but he was willing for us to do it for $40,000, and he wanted 40%. I don't need to really go in on what happens when you do a song with Eminem on a level like that, right? I mean, you could ask certain individuals in the game now that still are benefiting from doing a collaboration with Eminem. One person I can think of that I could think of off the top of my head is Bruno Mars. I know he had other things lined up, just like any artist would, but that definitely puts things in motion. And our Money Man, our Money Man was super excited because that was his favorite artist, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the one that was really trying to get this to happen. A little bit background about the Money Man. His dad is like a CEO, not CEO, but like a COO of some big old bank. His father was the one that was making $40 million as a CEO. But he would just send, our Money Man, his son would just send racks to him every other week. Have 50 racks. Here you go, have another 100 racks. The money was coming in and he was willing to invest in us. And he really wanted this Eminem verse. And it just seemed like everything was lined up and then, make a long story short, our Money Man ended up going to jail. I think he ended up going to jail for 2 years or whatever. And all that talk about Eminem and what I'm saying was just like Thanos. It was just gone. Once the Money Man ended up going to jail, I'm in Florida. It's time to go. I'm going back home. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even call nobody. I just got up and came straight back to the K. All right, this ain't it. When I came back home, though, I was gone for a couple of months in Florida. I'm really gonna try. And that's when I started shaking things up in the city because I opened up the shop. It took me a month. I opened up the shop, told everybody on social media, hey, come through. I'm charging $20 an hour. You can't beat it. And everybody was, Dice is charging $20 an hour. Even if you weren't a serious artist, but you knew what I could do, you was coming through. All right, we know he's really good and he's only charging $20. Let me see what it's about. Let me see what the hype is about. And I was really giving it to them. people was coming in. I normally every year was doing 1,000 songs a year, right? I think that year I ended up doing like maybe like 1,500 songs. Easy. Like I was booked. I got burnt out. I got burnt out, man. I ended up getting rid of my 449 like 6 months later. 6 months later, I ended up getting rid of my 449 Dice phone number. I was like, you know what? This is too much. I was working with mad artists. I mean, my rotation, yeah, I wasn't just working with one artist. If anybody ever told you that they like I was their engineer, let the truth be known. I didn't need them. They needed me. If you ever heard, oh, Dice is Hollywood, okay, that's cool. That was the one negative thing that I heard about me, that I was Hollywood. I was like, oh, okay. It's got to come with the territory, especially if you're the best at something. Somebody's gonna say something about something. That was cool with me. I was actually flattered that I finally was getting some hate because I never treated anybody that came through my studio. It was always business. I always did my thing. What I did, how I did it. You know, there are some things about me were pinpointed or pointed out to me. I did things the way I did it, and nobody had like any type of say so. Like I was always willing to listen to any artist. If they wanted something changed, I would be like, cool. That's fine. You know, that's why I ended up always having different versions of songs and different versions of music videos. Now, my beats at the time, I still was working. Every now and then I made a super dope beat, but every now and then it just wasn't hitting. You know what I'm saying? I can admit to that for sure. But my engineering, yeah, crack. As soon as they could scrape up $20, hey, Dice, I'm 449 Dice, you know what I'm saying? I had to get rid of it. I do got another number, you know what I'm saying, 254-343 Dice. I got rid of the 49 Dice because I'm not from the 49. I switched it up to the 43 because I'm just playing. Okay, put it on. No, the other hole. No, the other one. The other one. You put it on backwards. Oops, my bad. You know, I know I get a lot of cats be like, Dice, where you been at? Shit, I've been a parent. You feel me? It's a parent that I've been a parent. You feel me? I've been trying my best. All right, put it on. Come on.
Yo, get out of here.
All right, go put on your pen. If you're still wondering, do I still got that same passion? Like, I don't want you to question that. Like, I got plans.
No.
Oh, okay, stop playing in here, okay? Please, you're gonna knock shit over. I got plans as long as I get my kids in. All right, come on, get dressed. We about to head out. We gotta shoot a music video. We got a music video to go to. Okay, well, look somewhere else. That candy ain't for you. I don't be there. But yeah, I was not signed to anybody, y'all. Never signed, not a titi, not a paper, not a nothing. I was never signed with anyone. I was my own. I was a free agent. Cause my thing was like, if I'm gonna be part of somebody's record label or anything, if you look up the word record label, the definition is literally gonna tell you that there's a certain part that they have to do that's super important that any record label must have, and that's money. I've never came across anybody in my entire career except for that one money man, and he didn't even have a record label. Like, he was just freelancing, like, hey, I got money, but he didn't really have a structure. He didn't have a business. Like, he was just willing to invest. Feel me? There might have been somebody else that was kind of willing to invest, but that was never solidified. But anyways, nobody ever had the money. You feel me? And it wasn't even close. Like, when you got fucking Rihanna at the time, who's spending $1 million just on marketing one song. I'm not even talking about all the other songs that she was recording. But when they market her song, one song, and they spent $1 million to promote it, like, how was we going to be able to compete? Don't worry, I'll wait. There was no way we can compete with that, you know? My thing was, there was other people that was, you know, in the streets that maybe could have put up 50 racks. You know, 50 racks is not necessarily a lot of money, but it ain't a little bit of money, right? But then it's like, all right, if I'm going to put up 50 racks to promote one song, you know, or 15 just to get on World Star, like, you got to obviously know that you're still taking a risk, and nobody was, and that's the point. It's not, there might have been people that had money, but nobody was like, I'm not finna pull that trigger and waste 15 racks or 50 racks or 100 racks on this one song. Nobody. And that's why I personally never signed with anybody, because nobody ever had the money to promote. And I understand it ain't just about that. Like, you got to get around, you got to shake some hands, and you got to actually meet people and talk to people, but you got to get to that point where you talk to that one money man that's willing to invest 10,000, 20, 100,000. You feel me? And if they lose it, they're not coming for your neck. At the same time, they know the risk. Like, all right, we're going to try to promote this song, put in the places that it needs to be heard, and hopefully we can make a lot of more money back by touring or whatever the case is. There may have been some, only a handful that I could really think about, probably were in a better position to do something like that. They stopped fucking with me. By then, I was just a building block. Like, you only went through Dice to get the game, to get the sound that you needed to know that you can be official. But then it was like, all right, Dice is not willing to be a part of this full time because I couldn't. I was dealing with mad artists at the time. And then nobody was willing to put money in my pockets like that. Hell, I was charging $20 an hour. You think somebody was going to give me a couple of racks for anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't realize that. Like I just thought I was just turning up the city. And I mean, I was really doing that because I was on my own. And that was just my way of just not working a 9 to 5. I was doing something that I loved doing, still making music, even for myself and for other people, developing my skills. So that was always the major issue. There are other ways of blowing up. Being consistent. I didn't know that. If you were to drop a song, actually one of the homies, the only reason why I peeped him out was because he was like, man, Dice, you like Russ. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't know who that is, but that's what's up. When I heard his little story or whatever, he didn't necessarily have the bread like that, but he was being consistent and he blew up from that shit. When you making good songs and you being consistent with it, people are gonna tune in. It's real simple. You got a lot of cats be like, man, I'm not gonna put it out until this and that and that and this for whatever reason. They really shooting in their own self in the foot by doing that. I definitely had my little season last year or the year before that. I was being super consistent. My little numbers was going up. Fire emoji on top of fire emoji on top of. I had so many fire emojis. People, because I was putting out a song every week. What was it, 2000? I be wanting to get back into the music because I love fucking doing music. You know what I'm saying? But like, I know this ain't my season. Right now, I'm on the tube. I'm gonna talk about something. I'm gonna do some sort of form of entertainment regardless. I'm on my other channel, Slice and Dice Makes a Movie. I only got like 18 followers. I be going hard with that shit. What's the matter? What's the matter? Why are you yelling at me? I didn't do nothing to you, man. You see this shit? What is the matter with you? I don't understand why you crying. All right, I'm out of here, y'all.